Hello, and welcome to another day of living with spina bifida. I have recently turned 30, so I thought I would do 30 facts for turning 30. Just a fun little list for you to maybe get to know me a little bit better. It will be basic facts about my life, what I've gone through, who I am, and basic what I like to do in my interests and life. So here we go. Now obviously I'm going to leave out facts about me having spina bifida since that is kind of what this channel is all about. So we are going to learn a little bit extra about me. What am I other than someone having spina bifida? I was born in Minnesota. I visited Mexico in the 7th grade for a field trip kind of deal. I have also visited Iowa, Illinois, South Dakota, Wisconsin, Missouri, California, and Florida for various vacations and little adventures, day trips, what have you. I've been to those states. I've been doing childcare and babysitting since I was 10 years old. I am first aid and CPR trained. I went to college for child development. I met my husband online when I was 19 years old. I married my husband in 2006 when I just barely turned 21. I had a daughter. She was born in 2007 and she died 4 months later. I had a son in 2009. He is now 6. Aside from various volunteer jobs, retail jobs, restaurant jobs, movie theaters, and personal care jobs, I also have worked door at local concerts, and I also did photography for some of those bands at those concerts. I got my first dog when I was 28 years old. Though I have had a cat my entire life, I've never not gone without a cat, and I got my very first one when I was 7. I got my license when I was 16, but I haven't driven since I was 20. I have ADD and several learning disabilities. I also have depression, anxiety, and borderline personality disorder. And I am very active in talking about those things. I do not hide the fact that I have mental illnesses. I have attempted suicide 5 times, and I was a cutter starting at 15 years old. Super Mario Brothers taught me how to count. The coins, bing, bing, bing. I learned how to count from those. And starting at 3 or 4 years old, I have not stopped playing video games since. My favorite types of video games are horror games of any kind, puzzles, and investigative type games. I am an atheist with a hint of Buddhism in there. I claim kindness as my religion. I do believe in ghosts, even though I don't believe in a higher power. I am very interested in history. Now that I don't have to learn about it, I want to learn about it. I am very into learning everything I can about Nazis and the Holocaust. Mental institutions, old hospitals, and any really old way of treating people medically, physically, mentally. I'm really into finding out the ways of the past. Though I don't enjoy summertime heat, being outside is one of my most favorite things to do. Just being outside, taking in nature. It doesn't really matter what I'm doing as long as I am outside. I would rather walk places than take any form of transportation. In a car, taking a bus. Doesn't matter. I would just rather walk there if I possibly can. I would take a Saturday night at home playing card games, board games, just spending time personally with my friends and family than a night at a crowded, noisy bar any day of the week. I have 17 tattoos so far. One day, one of my dreams is to own an animal farm. Not for meat purposes, but for resources like eggs, milk, wool, anything like that. When Seth has moved out of the house, if that is something that happens, my dream would be for me and Brent to be able to buy a motorhome, a camper, a recreational vehicle, whatever you want to call them, and just travel the country. Just live in a camper. If you see me on the internet looking not so busy, looks like I'm just messing around, posting weird, annoying things constantly all day long, chances are I am doing at least 5 other things while I am spreading my word all over the internet. I am a big multitasker. I'm always doing several things at one time, it seems like. I can't just put my mind to one thing. I always have to be doing this and that and the other. So there you have it. There's 30 little tidbits about me without going too much into detail about each thing. Just leave you guessing. But there you have it. I am 30 now. So have 30 things about me.